So hi guys, while I was making the demonstration video for rearming your tetrapod, rearming the bladder, I sent the video on to my web designer and asked him to upload it and put it on the website. I'm not very good at that just yet. But one of the videos was the replacement of the little green grommet during the rearming process. And he asked me a very simple question. He said, John, every time you activate your tetrapod, does this little green grommet get lost to the sea? And in my experience, 80 times out of 100, it does. On odd occasion, you'll find it in the backpack at some stage in the future, but most of the time it gets lost. And he said, well, isn't that an awful waste? And isn't that just adding plastic to the sea? And I said, yes, it is. And he said, well, it's not what you're about, is it? And I said, well, no, it's not. And he said, well, surely there's a solution you can come up to prevent that from happening. So I had a good sleep on it and I came to a little solution. It's a bit time consuming, so it's not something we can do here at Tetrapod, but it is something you could do at home, which will help save the environment and will help you save a little bit of money because you don't have to buy these little gizmos from me continuously in order to rearm your Tetrapod. So here's what you got to do. So I'm just using this, is basically this unit here, but attached to the bladder for demonstration purposes. But this little green grommet, every time you activate your tetrapod, pops out, basically. I don't have a full bottle in here. This is empty at the moment. That's very important. Do not pull this lever if you have a full bottle, otherwise your bladder will inflate. So you take your little green grommet and you take something that everybody should have, dental floss. Approximately, I don't know, 200 millimeters or 8 inches of dental floss will do. Make a loop in one end of it and put your grommet into that loop. A bit fiddly, and tighten. Once it's tightened, tie a couple of more knots. Dental floss that is waxed tends to be a little bit slippy, so a few knots helps. On the other end, make a loop with a non-slip knot. Now that loop just has to be big enough to get around this bottle, the diameter of the bottle at its thickest area. So roughly 2 inches of a loop, and 50 millimeters, I think that is. And make a loop. Then get a scissors, trim off the excess, anything that you don't need. Take your little grommet, make sure that the dental floss is in the center of it. It actually makes it easier to insert and pop it back in to your valve. Then put the loop over the bottle. It's as simple as that. Now, and I repeat, this is an empty bottle. Every time you activate your tetrapod, your grommet stays with the bottle and you can reuse it over and over and over again. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward, but it's time consuming. It's not something that we could do here at Tetrapod at an economic rate because it would take us an age to do, I don't know, 100 of these a week. So, as a simple solution, really good for the environment. It makes sure that this little green grommet doesn't end up in a turtle's nose or in a fishy's bladder. So, well worth the time. Hope you enjoyed it, and any questions on it, please email me.